What's up, guys? This is JP from Cop Chasers. I been back in action for about 3 weeks now, pretty much regularly. So I figured I'd chime in on this George Floyd hearing. After watching it for 3 days straight, I just want to say that every single person that witnessed this thing, when it comes to cop related, they all started crying and they felt absolutely helpless that they couldn't do anything. And it's true. According to the way the law is set up, we're over the police. The Constitution gives us a right and the authority over all public officials, no matter what the government says. I like to do it, in a peaceful manner, but, when cops want to run their mouth, they're going to get like the worst part of mine. But my average fans, my normal fans that have been following me for years, know I've been doing this before, all the auditors and all that stuff came along, because a lot of what they do, I'm not, I think it's irrelevant and kind of useless, and non-productive. Just showing up at random places just because it's a federal building. If you're responding to a specific thing and you want to touch on a specific thing, yeah, go after them for that. Police as a whole, I think there's a problem with, their training and their combat oriented and not community oriented, to the point where they're actually killing people on these streets. It's crazy how like 4,200 people died in the past 2 years unarmed. It's actually pretty crazy to think about that. That it's like top level, and they keep claiming, safety this and safety that, but the average of a cop dying on duty in any of those is like 1 out of 1,000. We actually have more of a law of average of dying from a cop than a cop actually dies from, a perpetrator or an actual criminal. That's just the facts. They're not even in the top 10 of the most dangerous jobs in the world, to be honest. The thing that bothers me the most about this whole entire thing, and I think this, you have to draw a line in the sand. Millions of dollars were donated to this cop's defense team. The Blue Line Brotherhood. They're becoming separatists. They even desecrated the American flag by making their own, which is against U.S. Honor Code, and wearing it, which is against U.S. Honor Code for the code flag, the flag code, I mean. And it's just really, really sad. It's Friday, April 2nd, and I seriously, I'm disheartened by watching all the witnesses feeling so helpless. Even an EMT that was off duty was trying to tell the cops, let's resuscitate him, and they wouldn't let him. Even the actual EMTs that showed up told the cop to get his knee off his neck, and he refused. Power hungry and everything. And this right here should be a lesson to everybody. See, I've been doing this for about 13, 14 years. I've been doing this way before the Free Staters showed up in New Hampshire. All these libertarians. I've been a big critic of them too. If you guys don't know, but fairly recently, 6 of them were arrested by the FBI and raided on 2 separate properties, and got charged with embezzlement and money laundering and a couple other things. 6 of them got lugged for that, and I called it about 3-4 years ago. The thing is, I want to keep it local, and I want to keep it subtle, and I want to keep it what the government perceives as legal, not what I perceive as legal. I was arrested in 2017 for filing a complaint on a dirty cop. In fact, the week of my trial is the week he got fired from racist text and allegations of sexual assault. You can look it up. It's Detective Aaron Brown in Manchester, New Hampshire. He won like an arbitration, and the arbitrator for his police union actually like wanted to get his job back. They actually paid him $200,000 back pay, but refused to hire him back. You know, kudos for Manch, but they actually settled out of court on a non-disclosed amount that I'm not allowed to say. But they did settle. You can look it up. It's Phillips versus Manchester, City of Manchester and Manchester Police Department, and that case is labeled as marked, which is settled out of court. So I didn't have any litigation for that. In fact, I personally don't have time. I mean, I would have done it, but I don't have time. I raised 2 kids basically primarily on my own. No family, nothing. So this remote thing kind of like put me down and outs for a while. Now they're seeing their mom like regularly on a weekend basis, so I can go out and do some of my activism. So I'm asking you guys, I'm back. Okay, share the news, hit a like and subscribe and share. Make sure you comment and share me your thoughts on this the George Floyd thing. I don't want to like repeat and like I don't know how to do all that editing crap. Like I'm a raw videographer. You know, when I see a cop, what you see on my channel is unedited, not like in any way, shape or form. I mean, I have like the studio and I can go on, whatever. I just don't have the time to be doing that. It takes a lot of work to be a YouTube creator. But I'm a raw creator. I like to drop them raw. Basically, I like to do that also so, if it ends up going to court, they can't say, oh, you edited it and it's inadmissible in court and blah, 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 blah. And I can sign an affidavit saying, no, I don't touch mine. I don't touch any of these. I don't add footnotes and add music and, all the, the dazzled stuff. It's a raw media channel that I've had for a very long time. So Cop Chases is full in effect. And I'm going to be dropping videos. I want to try to do these type of things a lot more, but I want to get your feedback and I need people to share and get the message out. I'm not a cop hater. I'm a cop professional disliker. Oh, geez. I don't even know what to call it. I don't like the way they're trained. I don't like how they treat people. It should be totally impartial. And non-bias without like that brute tactics. It's almost like cops become cynical after a year of work and they hate being there. When that happens, they should just retire. In fact, I've been known to print out McDonald's applications and hand them out to them while they're in their cruiser and be like, hey, maybe you should fill this out because you're probably way happier flipping burgers and cooking fries than to be here yelling at people. Granted, 90% of their work is all social, and none of these guys have social degrees, and their power gets to their head, and their IQ level is not really high. That's just a fact. I'm not trying to be mean, try to be a jerk to, police at all. I do get along with some of them. I have very good conversations with more of them than not, but the ones that are douchebags are going to meet the worst douchebag they've ever seen. I'm going to get in their face and tell them the law. They don't like that. And a lot of times they put up a big fight. Now, in a minority community, a person most likely will end up dead. And that needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. It's a reality. This is generational. It's very easy for somebody in a suburb in Maine saying, oh, why don't they just file a complaint and do the right thing and not riot and all that stuff? But they don't have a clue. They have the faintest idea of what generational oppression is at all. Zero. They don't know. They don't know, 70 years of cops brutalizing a community over and over and over again. You try to file a complaint, you get arrested. You try to, fight it, you get stuff planted on you. you try to like show a little bit amount of resistance on a violation level offense, not even a criminal offense, you get your head beat in. And if you try to even resist or even try to speak your mind, lawfully in protest, which you're allowed to do, you might end up with a knee in your neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds and, literally gasping for air and watch somebody's life and their soul just pass from them. It's a reality. There is racist cops. I think it has to do primarily with their training, where they profile people and their demographic is between 18 years and 25 years old, minorities, Hispanic, and African American. I hate the fact that I have to put a color in front of a person. I wish everybody would stop doing that. I'm a part Northern Cree, which is a Canadian First Nation. My mom is primary full-blooded Northern Cree, and I'm half Italian. So when I go into a diner, I don't see two Native Americans sitting there. We were wiped off this planet for the most part, especially here in the United States. So please hit a like and subscribe and share. Hopefully people will stop following again and watch all the exploits and us doing police accountability and watching police do victimless crimes. We're not overly a big fan of that. They make about $38,000 a month on violation level offenses like open containers, noise complaints. While they're not focusing on where the real crime is, they're making revenue. So in the college neighborhood where I live, they're making revenue. 2 streets away where there's high drug activity, where people are getting broken into, their cars are getting broken into, things are getting stolen, and OD deaths are happening from heroin. Instead of patrolling those streets that they're supposed to be doing, they're out here hustling for money so the city of Keene can boost their revenue. So that's why I go after them, and that's why I don't like it for the most part. So peace. It's JP. I'm out. Have a great weekend and have a great Easter.